Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, it's Phathead. We're going to get to about 58, mix of sun and clouds, a little bit of a breeze, but should be pretty good today. Tomorrow, the rain turns to clouds, turns to possible sun in the afternoon, and we could get to about 61, 62 degrees tomorrow for your Tuesday. It is Monday, March 30th, 2026. Lots to tell you about, lots to get into. Already recapped my weekend. If you need that recap later, it'll be up at licountry.com. Okay, so gas prices, they've been soaring, right? They're up $1 or more across the country per gallon in the last 30 days alone. There is a rumor on social media that the gas is being diluted to stretch the supply, and drivers are noticing a drop in gas mileage. Well, a lot of social media posts like this are fake, but some are potentially true. This one could be, because last week, the EPA announced they're planning to tweak the rules on May 1st to allow more gas stations to cut gasoline with ethanol. That makes it cheaper, but also yields less power and worse fuel economy. They say the idea is fortifying the domestic fuel supply and that it's only temporary from May 1st to May 20th. Now, before you get too crazy and worked up, they're diluting my gas, all these things. This is not new. Gas formulas apparently often shift based on the season, and this cheaper gas doesn't have a noticeable impact on most newer cars. It is harsher on the environment because it creates more smog during hot weather. So basically, this is more about the EPA relaxing their environmental rules with gas to keep gas prices down. That said, all those things put into a hopper, it should be cheaper by about 25 cents or so as we get into, the next month, into May 1st to 20th, when they start diluting or relaxing the rules, whatever they're doing. Yes, it is less powerful, less efficient, will be cheaper, and this apparently is not something new or something anybody should get too crazy or worked up over, or at least they're telling you not to get too crazy or worked up over. All right. How about this? AI in museums. I know a lot of people are scared of it. AI, ChatGPT, all these different things that are changing the world. But this is interesting because for decades there's been a chunk of carved limestone in a Dutch museum that looked like it could be some kind of game board or game from way back in the day, 1700 years old. So they fed all this info into AI, and it came up with what it is and what it most likely was, and the type of game it was. It was a game from 1700 years ago, and now museums are having a very intriguing takeaway from this, maybe getting to the point where you can walk through a museum and AI will be talking about and teaching you exactly where it's from, like in detail of what exactly happened back in the day, and you can hear it for yourself and read about it for yourself while you see it, and just kind of a way to connect the dots in ways that humans have not been able to before. And last one for you. U.S. airports are telling travelers, stop arriving so early, all right? Yes, with the TSA issues, right, the lines have been crazy, and now they're saying, just please stop. Arriving too early can create longer lines, which is a problem, trying to get everyone in smoothly, and people are there way ahead of their flights, and then there's people behind you who are flying sooner than you and can't get through. And anyway, some bigger airports have not been able to keep people moving through checkpoints and TSA lines and all these things, and it's become a problem. So they're trying to get you to not get there too early now, which that ain't going to happen. For me, sorry, with all this stuff going on, I'm getting there way early if I had to fly. Then there are some enterprising people who are somehow just hanging out at the airport, charging people $25 an hour to stand in line for them, hold their space for them. which is pretty interesting, right? And there hopefully is going to be an end in sight to all of this, and hopefully all the airports will recover here soon. All right, we got plenty more to do. You're Bald and the Beautiful Entertainment up at about 8:12. National Days Good News Stories, late 8 o'clock hour. We're going to get up to about 58. Could get some decent mix of sun and clouds today. Looks pretty good. Tomorrow, rain turns to clouds, turns to sun, and about 60. My Country, 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.